What is going, guys? Jay the Final 4 here with exciting for today. And today we're doing season 1, episode 4 of the miniseries of the top 100 MLB players of all time. We're doing the ranking from 70 to 61. How
Part
spicy
four.
is your list?
It's okay. It's still pretty spicy. Part three is one of the spicier ones, but we still got some people in there where I feel like you're gonna be pretty surprised, and you're definitely gonna. I think you're gonna disagree with a little bit, but we'll see though. We'll see. How about you? How's the spice
I like
level?
my list.
Okay, there we go. So I will start us out with my number 70. My number 70 is Joe Morgan. Second baseman, played from 1963 to 1984. Very long career. Um, he's was a good defender, very solid hitter, two-time MVP, 10-time All-Star, five-time Gold Glove, two-time Major League Player of the Year. Someone who drew a lot of walks, got on base a lot, and just a really good all-around hitter. Hit for a good average. Got some homers, a lot of doubles. Didn't strike out a lot. And yeah, just all
And
around a really good
also a
player
very
that played for
classic
20 years.
announcer for ESPN.
Yeah. Oh yes.
And also 2K.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My rank
Yeah.
70 goes no other than the legendary Mr. Rod Carew.
Okay, there you go.
One of the best hitters in the game, Rookie of the Year, MVP, a 7-time batting champ. All of it came with
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota Twins, was an 18-time All-Star. Overall, a very good hitter. He had a career batting of 328, on base percentage almost 400, 393.
Mm-hmm.
Gets on base a lot. Doesn't strike out a lot. He struck out 10 times more than he got walks. So, and walks, he had 1018 strikeouts, 1028. So, very similar stats right there. Doesn't hit a lot of homers, but that shows how he got on base. We do not need to hit home runs to be great. So that's why Rock Crew is number 70.
Sweet. My number 69, nice, is a player who I think we covered. I think we covered him last episode or two episodes ago. That being Roy Halladay. Spent his career between Toronto and Philadelphia. Two-time Cy Young, eight-time All-Star. Very good and consistent player. Had just a lot of complete games. He led the league in complete games. I believe like seven or eight times. And that's really rare. In today's day and age, just someone who could really eat up innings, be a really good, versatile pitcher for you, and very consistent as well. Definitely someone that you would want in your starting rotation. So because of all of that, he lands here at number 69. How about you, Joe?
My number 69 is Max Scherzer. Started his career with
Oh,
the
okay. Okay.
started his career with the Diamondbacks. Then he went to
Yep.
Detroit. Then he went to the Nationals. Then he got traded to the Dodgers. Signed with the Mets. Left. Well, no, he got traded to the Texas Rangers,
Yep.
which they won the World
Now we
Series.
go. Yeah.
Faces a curse
Mm-hmm.
of teams, and then he's with the Rangers still, which
Yep.
he's not having a good year. 2-4, 3.89 ERA, 38 strikeouts, so he may be on a on a decline.
Yeah.
And
He's fairly old though.
he's getting up there in age, and he's been pitching for 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
long time. And
Mm-hmm.
him and Justin Verlander is going to go back and forth
Oh
with
yes.
strikeouts. So
Mm-hmm.
they're obviously by far the two top tier pitchers in our generation, and
Mm-hmm.
by far both first round Hall of Famers.
Oh
Who's
yes.
solid by far?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who's your number 68?
My number 68, we have another relief pitcher. We have another closer. Four-time All-Star. I believe should have been awarded more, but that's just me personally. That is Kenley Jansen,
Dodgers.
longtime Dodger closer.
Yep.
And then he was on Atlanta for a year and now Boston. He has 440 career saves over a 15-year career, 2.55 career ERA, and a below one whip. Walks, innings, or sorry, walks plus hits divided by innings pitched. That is below one, which is usually a very good metric to determine whether or not, how good you are on allowing people on base. So he does a really good job of not allowing runners, converting saves, and he's been doing this for 15 years now, and he's still fairly dominant as a 36-year-old, posting a 3.13 ERA and 20 saves for the Red Sox. So I definitely think he can still be a closer for maybe another 2 or 3 seasons at least. Keep uh, like having his total go a little bit higher, hopefully get above 500 saves for his career. I think if he can do that, that'll put him in like a different tier for closers. I think that'll really elevate him even more. But just a really all around good closer. And I remember back in the day, in like 2016, 2017, like he was the closer to get for your fantasy baseball team as well. So very consistent guy. How about you, Joe?
Number 68, Ozzie Smith.
Ooh, okay, okay.
One the by best shortstops in the game. Doesn't have a power hit for
Mm-hmm.
hits for contact. He knows how to get on base. Largo gloves, 15-time All-Star, 13-time Gold Glove winner. Like, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Won the World Series back in '82 with the Cardinals. Um, only a one-time Silver Slug winner, which is not bad. And
Mm-hmm.
NLCS MVP by far probably the greatest player to ever win number one, and also be one of the greatest shortstops of all time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Who's 67?
67, we have another current player. Someone who is a one-time MVP, eight-time All-Star, and three-time Silver Slugger. That person is Freddie Freeman.
Oh wow, Freddie Freeman,
Uh,
nice.
yes. So I think Freddie Freeman is a really good all-around hitter. He really doesn't give you much defensively, but you really don't need much from your first baseman typically on defense. But Freddie Freeman just a really good all-around hitter, someone that hits for power and for contact. He's led the league 4 times in doubles. He's led the league twice in hits. Not really a huge like home run guy, but still he can get you a consistent like 20 to 30 per season. Draws a fair amount of walks. Doesn't strike out a whole lot. Just a very good all-around hitter. And he's only 34 as well. So I think if he can keep up his elite play for another couple of years, I think that'll really help some of his counting stats. And I think he has a chance to get to 3,000 hits. He's 34 right now, and he is at 2,223 hits. So if he can maintain like hitting around 300 for maybe a couple more seasons, I think he'll definitely get close to that. So because of all of that, this is why he ranks at uh, let's see, number 67.
Wow, that's insane, dude.
Mm-hmm. There's a
So
lot of
my number
modern players.
67, it's a
Yeah.
pitcher who played with the Braves,
Mm-hmm.
especially during the team in the 90s. He played with the Mets. He played with, and then he went back to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, good player. Didn't get 3,000 strikeouts. He finished just a little over 2,600. Did 2 times Cy Young, 10-time All-Star, World Series MVP, 1995 World Series, which is the last time Atlanta has ever won a championship. And you can blame the Falcons for that. 28-3. Well, we don't talk about that. Well, I'm a Vikings fan, so that's another video for another time. And a
Yeah.
four-time Silver Slugger.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
insane. That's
Interesting. For
insane.
pitcher, yeah.
I mean, that's like basic massive Bumgarner stats right there.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And that's how he's number 67 on my list.
Who was it?
Tom
I don't think you
Glavine.
said. Oh, Tom
Tom
Glavine.
Glavine, yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, yep, yep. He'll probably be making in a future video as well. But
Hall of
66 we
Famer,
are at. What's that?
66.
Yes. Okay. Now this is one where I think you're gonna shake your head at me. At number 66, one-time MVP, seven-time All-Star, six-time Silver Slugger. Now, I did some research. I did not find any evidence that he did steroids, but it's highly speculated that he did, but I don't know if he did for sure. So this is why he's on here because it's not confirmed is basically what I got from like sources, but that it's Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa is number 66. Very good hitter.
Mr.
Over
Cook
600.
back.
Yeah, yeah. Over 600 home runs in his career. Very good hitter overall.
It
Pretty
was
average
660,
defender.
wasn't it?
609.
609, that's right, 609.
Yep. Yeah. But just very good all around hitter. Especially playing at Wrigley Field is your home ballpark, which is a very pitcher friendly stadium. Usually to kind of put up those numbers and do that consistently. Now, they say he did steroids. There's no evidence of that. Like he's never said that. He's never failed a drug test. So I don't know. So it's kind of tough to know one way or the other. But just a really good all around hitter and definitely someone that you would have wanted on the top of your lineup. And because he's never failed a drug test, this is why he ranks higher than Mark McGwire. If he did fail a drug test, he would be lower. That's kind of my reasoning with it. But yeah, so he's here at 66.
Number 66. I go on before I announce his name, you gotta think or guess his play before I announce it. He started his
Okay.
career in Minnesota. Then he got dealt to the Rangers. Then he played with the Pirates. Then at Cleveland. I got traded back to Minnesota in '85, which he was part of the '87 '87 World Series. And then he played the California Angels in '89, '90. Didn't play in '91 due to an injury, and he played '92 at age 41. And he has 3,701 strikeouts. Do you have
Oh,
a
that's
guess?
probably.
He's only 66.
Oh, that's got to be Bird Blyleven then.
Yes,
Correct. Okay.
Burt Blyleven, number 66. Probably one of the best curveballs in the game. His
Mm-hmm.
signature curveball was probably one of the most pitch that he used to strike out hitters.
Mm-hmm.
A Hall of Famer, two-time All-Star, and a two-time World Series. Do you think he should have got more All-Star appearances? I think he should have got a couple more.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
But that's why he He's at 66.
Sweet. Then for 65, you just mentioned him a little bit ago. We got Rod Carew as well.
Okay.
18-time All-Star, 7-time batting title. Very impressive, very good contact hitter. And just all around, hit a lot of triples, got a lot of doubles. Very consistent. Um, and yeah, just all around, someone that you would really want at the top of your order in the lineup to be like a leadoff or a number two bat to get someone on base and try to move, try to create some runs like that. 388 batting average in 1977. So that's something that you don't see happen really anymore. Like hitting 400 in a season kind of stopped around like World War II. So to be able to do that in the 70s is quite the feat, and definitely something that I don't know that anyone not named like Luis Ariz or like Bobby Witt Jr. would be able to do today. So yeah, very impressive.
So I'm gonna say the same path, and so it shows a picture.
Okay.
He played with the. Not many people know this. He started his career in Baltimore. Then he played one year in Houston. Then he played with the Phillies, and he played with Arizona for a little bit, and he was part of that. And then with Boston, part of with couple World Series. No, then, and also he did mention that he didn't want to be part of the ballot anymore. Kurt Schilling.
Oh, yep.
Now, do I think that Kurt Schilling should be in the Hall of Fame? Yes, but once again, like he has over 3,000 strikeouts, which should be his going to take it in there.
Hmm.
But you guys also look at his overall, and a lot of people don't realize this. You got to look at his overall stats. You
Hmm.
got to look at his wins. You got to look at his losses, his walks, his whip, his his ERA, not just his strikeouts.
Hmm.
His ERA was almost at 3.5,
Yeah.
which it's mid. It was I would say it was closing more than into the two range, like maybe like a three, like lower than almost a 3.5. He almost had like maybe like a dead even three or like 2 points
Hmm.
something. Then without hesitate, he would have got in for sure. But a 3.5 as a, I mean,
Yeah.
he did. I mean, he was relieving for a little bit though, but that kind of maybe wrecked his chances of getting it
Hmm.
in. Who knows?
Yeah. I got you. I got you. Yeah.
They should do a story. I'm gonna know more about this though, but I mean, his whip was 1.137, which is not bad.
Hmm. Yeah.
He 711 walks, so he really walks people.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he didn't put him in the Hall of Fame. Did he take steroids? I don't know.
He made some not great comments.
It could have been
Um,
that, and
for
that's
that
why.
was part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's number 65.
Okay. And then 64. Um, we have a player who now does commercials. And I'm pretty sure is on like the Fox MLB like pregame or postgame thing. Two-time MVP, five-time All-Star, four-time Silver Slugger. We have Frank Thomas, longtime Chicago White Sox. And then he kind of bounced around with like Oakland and Toronto.
He was a big twins
Near
killer.
Oh yes, near the end of his career. Really, really good in his 20s, and then kind of fell off a little bit once he got into his 30s, but still an all-around fantastic hitter. He drew a ton of walks. He walked more than he struck out, and he has a career 301 batting average over 19 years, which really shows how his eye, in a sense, to be able to hit over 300 and have more than 200 or over 200 more walks than strikeouts over your 19-year career. But 521 career home runs, 495 career doubles, 2,400 hits. Yeah, just an all around, like the kind of prototypical, like designated hitter, first baseman,
Mhm.
hits for contact, for power, draws a lot of walks, um, slow. He really didn't steal many bases, but they didn't need him to. But just all around a really good hitter. And it's kind of unfortunate in a sense that he didn't make an all-star team after his age 29 season. He definitely had some stats and some years where he should have been an all-star, such as hitting 43 home runs and getting 143 RBIs while having a 328 batting average. I don't know how you're not an all-star there, but oh
Right.
well, I guess. But yeah, just all around really good player.
So we have another pitcher. He pitched back in the 1920s up
Okay. Yep.
until little to the 1940s. His first 7 years, he led the lead in strikeouts.
Hmm.
First 7 years, but his first year, he led the lead in walks and strikeouts.
Hmm.
In 1925, this was before the Athletics play in Oakland. They started in Philadelphia, in Philly.
Hmm.
No other than Lefty Grove.
Oh, okay. I have heard that name before.
Um, just had 2266 career strikeouts, a overall a very solid player, I should say. MVP, one World Series, Triple Crowns, 9-time ERA title, and
Hmm.
a 6-time All Star, and that's why he's number 64 on the list.
Sweet. Number 63. He's a very interesting player to rank. I I'm not super confident with my with him here, but there's a lot of circumstances that make it tough to rank him, and where exactly to place him. But I felt like he needed to be on the list no matter what. But I felt like this kind of near the middle was fair. That player is Jackie Robinson. So Jackie Robinson, one of the most famous baseball players and really of all time. One-time MVP, seven-time All-Star. This is exclusively looking at his MLB statistics. And he has let's see, career 1,500 hits over 11 years, 141 home runs. Walked a ton. He walked so much more than he struck out. In his 11-year MLB career, he had 756 walks to only 291 strikeouts. Career over 300 hitter. He's tough to rank because there's a lot of seasons where he didn't and was not able to play in the major leagues, in his early 20s. So I definitely think if um, he was able to do that, that could have definitely upped his stats. But just going off of what we have in his 11-year career and kind of think of what that might be if he had played like 15, 16 seasons in total, you're looking at a really, really good player, someone who can hit for average, get on base a lot, steal bases, has some power, but just all around a very, very good player, and a good defender as well. And then really good infielder on defense. So yeah, that is why he is here at 63. But just all around, I tough to rank, I would say.
I agree. He was very tough to rank. Um, Number 63. He maybe should be a little higher on the list, but this also player is very tough to rank. Steve Carlton.
Mm. Yep, yep.
4,136 strikeouts. He was part of the 87 Minnesota Twins, but was not on the roster in the postseason for them.
Mm. Hmm.
Because it made sense why he was not on the roster. I don't think the Twins wanted a 1-5 ERA on their team. Was something at 7 for them because he did got traded in that year to them, but I think that was a small move because who knows, and that could have cost him the World Series, and that's why overall he was a very good pitcher, fourth time Cy Young, two-time World Series, 10-time All Star, ERA title, Triple Crown, and Gold Glove, and that's why he's 63, and we have 7 minutes left.
Okay. 62, we have Johnny Mize, first baseman, 10-time All-Star, one-time batting title. He played for St. Louis and then the old New York Giants before they moved to San Francisco and the Yankees for a time. In his 15-year career, he has 359 home runs. He has a 312 career batting average. And then, yeah, he got a lot of walks. Didn't really steal a lot of bases, but had a really good slugging percentage throughout. And he actually led the league in slugging percentage from his age 25 to 27 seasons. The main reason why he's on here is he he played, or sorry, he didn't play during World War II, as did many players. So, and this happened to coincide with his age 30, 31, and 32 seasons, which is still very much in his prime. So I think if he was able to play during those, he would have been able to get close or reach 500 home runs, just add a lot of stats to
And
his
what was this
totals, and
again?
maybe Johnny Mize.
Never heard of that name before.
Okay. Played 1936 to 1953, but did not play during World War II.
Too.
If he did, I think that would have helped him out a lot.
Probably, yeah. Number
So, yeah.
62 for me, Eddie Murray.
Mm,
Played with Baltimore, played with double budget teams. Baltimore, Dodgers, the Mets, Cleveland, back to Baltimore, Angels, and back to the Dodgers. Um, Another guy who one of the married guys, the guy over 3,000 hits, over 500 home runs, Rookie of the Year, Gold Gloves, World Series title, Silver Slugger, and also, who is your last final pick?
we got Paul Molitor, seven-time
Ooh,
All-Star, four-time Silver Slugger, over 3,000 career hits, and over a 300 batting average, over a 21-year career. Just a really good all-around hitter. Slightly, he was an okay defender. Not anything amazing, but definitely a really good contact hitter and someone that was able to do it in many different eras of baseball from 1978 to 1998. So he saw a lot of different pitchers and a lot of different eras of
I
the
had him
game.
at rank 84.
Oh yeah.
So, ring number 61, Lou Brock.
Mm, mm-hmm.
Lou Brock, overall player, very solid. Let me pull up his stats up real quick. Over
Heard of
3,000
that name?
hits, didn't hit the power, just got less than 300 for his batting average. Won a couple
Mm-hmm.
of series, quite a few All-Star appearances.
Mm-hmm.
Played from 1961 to 1979, a 19 uh, career almost played with, and playing decades. He would play one more year. He would be able to play in 3 different decades. Since he started in 61, played in 60s, 70s, if he would have played in 1980, he would have played in the one year
Mm-hmm.
in the 80s, but that's 3 different
Yeah.
decades.
Okay. Yeah.
But he didn't. But 19 years, 2 decades, basically. Um, Overall, stole a lot of bases. 900. Wait, no. Yeah, 938 and only got caught 307 times.
Wow. Dang.
And he led the league 8 times, and he got one time in 1974. He got
Yeah.
over 100 stolen bases. And he led the lead and stolen bases and caught stealing. Got caught 33 times. So he was 118 for 140. No, wait, 151. So that's not bad.
Yeah. Nice.
Any bad over 300.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And a guy who gets on base a lot. So that will wrap up to this mini segment. Stay tuned for rank 60 to 51. It's just going to get harder and spicier from here. Stay tuned.
Peace.
Peace.